What's up, foodies, chefs, food lovers, everybody in between? Today I kind of wanted to talk to you about a topic that is a little controversial. It's in our everyday life. Everyone knows about it. No one really wants to talk about it. But today, kind of get down to the nitty and gritty and talk about something most people don't even want to tell you what they know. And why? So they can keep you around. Now, I know it's kind of crappy to say, but has to do with food, has to do with things we eat, and has to do with the way we live our lives. Now, what I really want to talk to you today about is the calorie. We're going to go over a couple of things, okay? One, what is it? Two, where we get it from. Three, what it does. And again, kind of a fourth topic is why we consume the things we do and where we get them from. Okay, I know it's kind of vague, but it'll make sense when I talk about this. So now, today I was out and about. I was running errands all day. I just had my workout, had a great workout today. Was going at it for a solid 45 minutes, hour, just pushing some heavy weights around. And I kind of ran out of time. So I do intermittent fasting, and it really works out for me. I'm not preaching this to anybody. That's not what this video is about. But I had an eating window. So I decided, hey, you know what? I'm just going to run over to Jersey Mike's. I'm going to grab me a giant sub. It's about 14 inches or something. It's about this big. It's massive, right? There's a little turkey provolone, no mayo, none of the fancy stuff. I don't need any of that. Now, you're talking about a sandwich that it's about 2 pounds worth of food, okay? It's 1,100 calories for the entire thing. Now, I eat the whole thing in one sitting. I know it seems like a lot, but I still only eat about 2,100 calories a day because I am trying to cut down a little bit of weight. I'm trying to get from the 207 range down to right below around the 195 range, okay? So I still need to eat about 2,100 calories a day while I'm working out. Now, that's not to say some days if I'm not working out, I eat less, etc., etc. That's irrelevant. So while I was out there eating, they had a nice little outdoor patio, so I decided to eat outside, and across the street, I could see a Starbucks, right? They're everywhere. You can't escape Starbucks. It is what it is. I mean, we have them everywhere. They're here to stay. Multi-billion-dollar company. They've done very well for themselves, and I can't blame them because they have such a good draw. Now, what kind of irritates me is that they don't really tell you why they have such a good draw or the secrets behind what they do. Now, it's not some shady little, we're putting things in your food and we're making it so that you have to come back, but it kind of is. Okay, so here I am sitting eating this giant sandwich. I'm almost done with it. And I think, what's the person across the street eating right now? It's none of my business. I don't really care, but just to inform everyone else, this is something that people need to kind of be aware of. So if you were to go to Starbucks, one of their best-selling items is their caramel frappuccino, right? Venti. Okay, Venti caramel frappuccino is one of their best-selling items right now. Looked it up. It's there. It's on the interwebs. You can find statistics on that stuff. But it's that, and I also paired it with a bagel and cream cheese, something very simple. Now, you're not talking about a lot of food here. That Venti caramel frappuccino is technically 24 ounces of of liquid. Okay, and then you have your bagel and cream cheese, which is maybe 6-7 ounces worth of solid food, and those together are again 1,100 calories. Now, this giant Jersey Mike's sub that I'm eating has 1,100 calories in it, okay? But here's the difference. Where those calories actually came from, okay? This Mike's sub that I'm eating, granted, it's nothing I made at home. I could make this at home if I wanted to. This sub with 1,100 calories in it has about 80 grams of protein and 135 carbohydrates. You can find all this stuff on their websites. It's not a secret, okay? It has, 14 grams of fat, something like that. But I want to pay attention to a few numbers, mainly the carbohydrates and the protein. Yes, the fat does matter. Don't get me wrong. The fat is very, very important. But in this comparison, I want to go over these two, okay? The protein and the carbohydrate. So you're talking about, again, 80 grams of protein from turkey and a little bit from the cheese, a little bit from the bread, okay? And then you're going to have 135 grams of carbohydrates. I asked them to hollow out my bread because I'm weird, so I'm probably sitting around 100 carbohydrates for that sandwich. Now, I don't eat more than 200 a day, but that's where your calories are really coming from, carbohydrates and protein, okay? Now you think, okay, what's this person across the street eating? What really are they having? Let's say they get the caramel frappuccino, right? It's delicious. It's just sugar. It gets you hyped. It gets you going. They have all that caffeine, all that sugar. Okay, it keeps you coming back for more because it makes you feel good. That's a big thing for them. Okay, this caramel frappuccino has 85 grams of carbohydrates. Now, It is less, 40 grams less than the sandwich. But, this is a big but. Came out wrong. This is a big one, is that 84 of those 85 grams of carbohydrates are pure sugar. Okay? Sugar. That's it. There's no benefit of them. You have no fiber in there. There's nothing that will help you to achieve any kind of health or fitness goals, or even just any kind of longevity goals drinking that. Yeah, is it delicious? I guarantee you it is. I've had it before. It's amazing, right? But that's because it's chock full of sugar and your brain thinks, oh, this is a reward. I get to have this. I've done something well. And you just keep associating yourself with that, and you just keep continuing to eat it and eat it. Now, the bagel and cream cheese is also a very big seller for them. Bagel and cream cheese. The bagel by itself is about 50 carbohydrates, and then the cream cheese, God, 2 little packets of cream cheese, that big? You're talking about almost 40 grams of fat, okay, from both items. It's ridiculous amounts of fat. Most of it is saturated fat. Again, saturated fat, arguably, if it's good for you, if it's bad for you, it's irrelevant. What I'm really getting to is the fact that the sugar and fat ratio is insane because the protein ratio is so low. It only has, what the hell is it? I have the notes here somewhere. Here. The protein, it's like 15 grams of protein. Stupid. There's not even any protein in there. What the hell are you going to do with that? Okay? Yeah, I'm not saying you need protein in your life every single, which you do, don't get me wrong. You don't need as much as someone who is maybe working out or is physically fit or whatever the case is, but you still need it. If you're just getting your calories from sugar and fat, you're going to have a bad time. That's really what it comes down to. And a lot of people don't tell you this, that no calorie is created equal, and people should understand that when you're going to get something to eat and consume, your body digests it, right? Now, I've been taking all these classes and doing classes for personal training. I've learned quite a bit that I haven't known in the past. So your body starts to take the sugars and the fats, the carbohydrates, and the proteins, okay? If you're consuming 84 grams of sugar, my bad, okay? If you're not going to burn that off right away, it's going to be stored as fat. 100% of it. 100% of it. Okay, because there's no fiber in it, so your body can't get rid of it. That's what fiber is. It's just a carbohydrate that your body can process and let go of. Okay, and it helps digestion and etc. etc. Now, the sandwich with 135 grams of 135 grams of carbohydrate, your body can digest some of that carbohydrate, okay, and help build. So it had about 15 grams of fiber or so, which is pretty substantial for the average adult. You only need about 35 grams a day. Okay, so if you're getting it from this, let's say I hollowed my bread out, it really had 80 grams of carbohydrates, almost none of which are sugar. Keep that in mind, okay? That means my body will utilize them in a better way than the sugar from the Frappuccino or the carbohydrates from that bagel, because that bagel also has almost no fiber in it. You're talking about 1 or 2 grams of fiber, which is insubstantial. Okay, you need some fiber in your diet. So I know this is kind of a rant, but if you're out and about and you're thinking of what should I eat, what should I not eat, a big tool to use is just try MyFitnessPal. It's free. It'll give you all the information you need. Really pay attention to what you're eating. Yeah, some people just don't care, don't mind, whatever their deal is, but I grew up as a very obese teenager. I was 280 pounds in the 9th grade, and I'll tell you what, watching Dragon Ball Z, playing sports, all that other stuff, it really made me just feel terrible that I have classmates who, outrun me, who look better than me, who feel better than me because I was obese. And I had no idea. I grew up in a home where we didn't understand these things. And now that I'm an adult and I've been doing this for quite a while and I've been a chef for 10 years, I understand what goes into food and what food does to you and how it makes you feel. So what I really implore to everyone here is that you really should pay attention to what you're putting into your body. Now, you don't need to do it all the time. Yeah, I like pie, I like cookies, I like ice cream. I make ice cream at home, for God's sakes. But I don't eat it all the time, And if I'm going to have some chocolate, I have dark chocolate. If I'm going to have a cookie, maybe I put some fiber in it, Whatever. But just don't go around thinking because what you're eating is just, or what you're having is just a drink, or it's a small portion, or the fact that, oh, it's just a bagel. Guys, these things are all still potentially hazardous to your health in the long run if you continue down that path every single day. Now, like I said, everything in moderation. You don't necessarily just have to have chicken and freaking broccoli. Nobody wants that crap. Variety is the spice of life, and I've learned that throughout the years. You can make food taste good and be healthy, but when you're out and you don't have options, just remember you really do have options. Yeah, Starbucks is everywhere. Jersey Mike's, maybe they're everywhere. We have quite a few of them in San Diego. But you can always find something that's just a little bit better for you if you're trying to lose weight or on a diet or trying to eat healthier or anything like that. If you're not, more power to you. You know what? Do whatever you want to do. I'm not telling you to not eat sugar or not eat fat or not eat carbohydrates. I just want you guys to know that not every calorie is created equal. And some calories are so much better for you than others. Okay? We can get into fat and protein and everything else at a different time, but I really wanted to talk about this because of what happened today. So I know it was kind of ranty, but guys, this is a eat this, not that video. So take it with a grain of salt, or a couple if you like salt. I like salt. Anyways, guys, I hope this is very informative. If you liked what I do here, if you want to see more informative content, I want you guys to have some knowledge about what goes on in your day-to-day life, what some of these companies are feeding you, and just what you can do to make yourself better. If you liked what I do, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, leave me a comment down below. Maybe I can help you out and go visit other shops, other very, very big food areas, any kind of a fast food joint or health food store, or talk about potential supplements, which I don't recommend and I don't take just because I'd rather eat chicken. Let me know in the comments below. Let me know what you guys want to hear. I love talking about this stuff. So guys, again, my name is Paul Karyakos, Chef PKO. I hope you've learned something today, and I'll see you next time.